If you could have one anime superpower, what would you choose?
I would want to dress.
Today, we are in the sunny streets of Philadelphia. Let's be honest. Every single one of us have tried this at least once when we were a kid.
All I ever wanted to be in life was a Super Saiyan.
You haven't? Weird. But for those super hip individuals that are curious, I decided to approach different anime fans throughout the city and figure out if you want to know what superpower I would choose. I'm throwing that in at the end of the video. If you could have any anime superpower, what would it be?
Any anime superpower, I would say teleportation.
Ooh, okay. Why do you choose that?
I would say if you love to travel, teleportation is the best. You could just kind of pop up wherever you want to go. You want to eat in Paris. You can literally transport from the house straight there and back to watching your favorite show. So, I mean, I think for me, that's a great one because you could kind of get in and out of anywhere.
Yeah,
like bad
sense.
Situations, car accidents.
Oh, yeah, true.
As soon as you're about to hit a wall, you're somewhere else.
Where would you go first?
Where would I would go to Japan.
Okay. Anime watcher.
I would go to Japan. And there's a place I always wanted, that in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You get what I'm saying? Like I've always wanted to go over there. So that'd be the first place I visit just to try some mystery snacks, as you would call them.
Yeah, the little pocket. If you could have any anime superpower, what would it be?
Oh, I want to be the Attack Titan.
I
want to be the Attack Titan. Yeah.
All right. Why do you choose that?
He can see the future. He can link up the past. He's a timeless character, you know.
Yeah.
Wherever you are in time, he exists.
He's the master coordinator.
Yeah, he's the master. Yeah, he's
That's
like
sweet.
he's the
That's
chess
a good one.
master.
That's a good one. All right. What about you? Don't say devil fruit.
it's gonna be one of them. The Ope no Mi, the one that you didn't watch it.
I'm not that far in One Piece. Yeah.
Basically, this guy can like create an area around him. Anything inside of that area, he can manipulate however he wants. Like he can like swap places with something else, or he can like cut something into little parts and move them around, even though he doesn't actually cut them. It's like it's supposed to be like surgery, but on like the world.
All right. Cool. Why do you choose that?
I just feel like I would use it a lot. Like I just like if I want to go over there, I just open it up and then I'm over there.
If you could have one anime superpower, what would you choose?
Midoriya's.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I like his superpower.
Why do you choose him?
For one, I also love his character. He's also one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Even though it's like obviously like one of like the big like
Hated
new
characters.
one of the most hated, but
Yeah.
also like one of the new gens like big three.
Mm-hmm.
But I like a lot of heroism.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Exactly. No, that makes sense.
Heroism is like one of my favorite things, and I think Midoriya's perfectly portrayed as like the hero.
Yeah.
I was actually just watching it.
Let's
I
go.
started rewatching it just now.
No, I love that.
And, like-
now, would you say too many people kind of come at Midoriya with the hate and stuff like that? Because obviously, I'm sure you're
Yes, no, okay. The reason My Hero gets hate is because of the fans, okay? There's some fans that are kind of unhinged, I will say. No, same for JJK too.
Yeah.
For like the Gojo fans. Even though I am
Yeah, I
one
was gonna
myself.
say, you might
Even
be.
though I am one myself, I will say that the girls, they're crazy. They're like a little bit too much.
If you could have one anime superpower, what would you choose?
I would want to dress.
I like that. Okay, why that out of everything? You got full control. If you could choose any anime superpower, what would you choose?
I don't know, probably something with a lot of like versatility. Can't for the life of me think what the power system's called in Hunter x Hunter, but
Nen.
yeah, Nen. So the Nen system, I think that would be really cool because
Yeah.
it's so versatile. You could get so many different things,
Yeah.
or like just in general, like curses from Jujutsu Kaisen, like
True.
getting like I don't know the purple slug up on my neck, pulling like curse objects out of him. That would be awesome.
There's like a lot of good ones. I feel like
Right.
the two that you chose, it kind of leads into anything.
Yeah,
So you have a lot of
exactly.
freedom with those two.
Open-ended shit, man.
Yeah, I like
Either
that.
that or just become Saitama and one-shot everything.
I like that. If you had to pick one anime superpower, what would you choose?
Goofy's gun.
Oh, okay. First person to say that today. Why is that? Why would you choose that?
Like, it's a literal god power. It's a hack. You can do anything you want as long as you find it funny. Like, I'm a very humorous person in general. I don't take a lot of things seriously.
Yeah.
So I would abuse that.
If you could choose any anime superpower, what would you choose? You watch My Hero, so you got plenty of things.
yeah.
I'd probably like want to be like a telepath. Like,
Ah, Anya, that makes sense. Okay, why do you choose that?
I don't know. I feel like it'd be fun to be nosy. Like, know what people are thinking about.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I feel like you could even get overwhelmed too, because like you hear everyone.
Yeah.
What about you?
Maybe the clone jutsu from Naruto, honestly, because then it can get like a bunch of stuff done. Clones running around completing tasks I gotta do.
Yeah, no, that's a fun one. That makes sense. I like that. So, if you could have one anime superpower, what would it be?
I actually have either 2 or 3.
Let's hear them all.
I would either choose Denji's power, because him turning into Chainsaw Man is like the coolest thing about the show.
Yeah.
Or Shinji's power from Parasite. Because, you know, I don't know if you've seen it, but Parasite. Okay, so Shinji's little, like, parasite friend hand, Migi.
Yeah.
Migi is adorable on that show, and I honestly love him as a companion.
Yeah, no, and I love to see Migi's character development throughout the whole show. That was really cool. So I will ask you, because unfortunately, Chainsaw Man does get a lot of hate, especially for the power system. With you know, people say, oh, he just turns into chainsaws. Why does that stand out to you? Why'd you choose that?
Honestly, the people hating on Chainsaw Man, honestly, I feel like they're either like sticklers, because they're just digging too deep into the show. Like it's a show about a guy who can turn into a chainsaw. Like like it's supposed to be fun, and you're ruining it.
That's every chainsaw hater out there.
And honestly, other people hate on the show for like its grossness factor. And granted, the show is like gross. Like you can get like gross. But honestly, I feel like it just like adds to the show in a way, because it really shows how all the trauma that Denji's been through, especially if you're caught up with the manga, bro.
Yeah, I heard the manga even
is
gets better.
something else.
Really?
Yeah. Not only did it get like better, but it also got like more. It got even more unhinged than it was before.
Nice. That excites me. If I had to choose any anime superpower, it would hands down. Well, I guess I should actually cut it into 2 categories. I have a little bit of a cheat code because I had time to think about my answer. So I have one just for fun. Second is like what I would actually choose if like real life happened and I just got a superpower. So as far as like if real life happened and I just got my own superpower, hands down, I would probably pick Gias. And the reason for that is mainly, I feel like obviously, yes, in the show, it was used in more of a way of corruption, but Gias is a pretty cool power. Like, you could use that in a lot of forms of good. You know, like, for example, just throwing one off the top of my head, if you have a mass murderer, you can use Gias and, I guess, technically force them to commit to rehabilitation and, you know, to never kill again, or force them to become a good person, or all the stuff that's going on in North Korea is a good example. You know, you have those people where, obviously, Kim Jong-un, unanimously, I would probably say everyone would agree is a pretty bad person, forcing him to become good. I think there are a lot of good examples that you could use from Gias. Obviously, it can be used for corruption. It would be pretty cool if, like, I could, going into this, Gias myself into only using Gias for good. That's cheating the system right there. And then for fun, easy. I would want instant transmission. You know what I mean? Like, it would just be so sick to be able to travel anywhere and everywhere you want without, you know, any thought. You know, if I want to be in Japan one day, Paris the next, and Sweden the third day, that would just be amazing, right? Like, it would be so fun to be able to travel everywhere, and that's definitely one of the big goals that I have in life. I haven't been out of the U.S. too much. Really would want to be able to take advantage of that. So I would have a ton of fun at that. First place I would probably go, toss up between, like, Japan and Sweden, honestly, I would say. Those are probably number 1 and 2.